This is Brad from Argali, and today I'm going to talk to you about our 20 degree versus our 0 degree Alpine sleeping bag systems, which bag is right for you based on when you hunt, time of year you hunt, location you hunt, as well as whether or not you're a cold or a hot sleeper. So the idea here is that if you're trying to figure out which temperature rating bag is right for you, we're going to walk through sort of the trade-offs, pros, cons, and hopefully help you figure that out. First, I'm going to talk to you about our 20 degree bag. Now, as a way of a reminder, we use what we call honest temperature ratings with our sleeping bags. So the temperature ratings for our 0 and our 20 are based on comfort or warmth ratings. So the average person can expect to stay warm down to nighttime temperatures that are associated with the temperature rating of the bag. So for our 20 degree bag with a light base layer bottom and top, you can reasonably assume that you will be warmed down to 20 degrees. These bags have been independently tested by a third party to an ISO standard. So that's where those temperature ratings come from, and that's one of the key differentiators with our sleeping bags is our temperature ratings, their bags. So there's a lot of variability though, as you all know out there, with how warm or cold individual people sleep. So for a 20 degree bag, we did a lot with our 20 degree bag. We did a lot of testing. Some of our testers who run warm were using this bag into November, or they were layering inside the bag to use it into November, well below 20 degrees down to around like even 10 degrees. They were using our 20 degree bag. Now, if you do that, one of the nice things about this bag is because it's not a true mummy bag, that we have a wide shoulder design, wide hip, and wide foot box. You can layer inside your bag and without worrying about compressing the down too much. So if you want to take this bag beyond, let's say, mid to late October into November, and you want to wear, puffy pants, light puffy pants, light down jacket, and a couple other layers on the inside of this, you can actually, I think, reasonably assume that you can use this bag even into early November pretty efficiently. It's not something that I would do, but a lot of our testers have done it. And found it to be more than warm enough for their hunt. Let's talk about the 0 degree bag right here. So the 0 degree bag is going to be your mid to late fall sleeping bag. If you run cold, the 0 degree bag will probably be your go-to bag from probably early to mid October through the rest of the winter. But again, you're talking about a bag that is rated to be comfortable down to 0 degrees with the neck baffle and the draft tubes and the drawstrings around the face and neck of the bag. You can really cinch those things down to prevent drafting even late in the year. I also found that on a couple trips I went on late in the year in October and early November when temperatures were, let's say, around like 20 degrees and I had the 0 degree bag, I just didn't close it up all the way and it was actually quite comfortable. Just left the top open a little bit or even put one leg out of the sleeping bag early in the night to stay a little bit cooler because it is a very warm bag. So there are ways you can sort of regulate your body temperature a bit with the 0 degree bag if it's warmer than you want it to be earlier in the year. So which bag is right for you? So if you really get down to it, the 20 degree bag is going to be your archery season and October sleeping bag. I say for the most part, obviously there's a lot of variability year to year. You rarely get temperatures truly below 20 degrees even in October. You absolutely can get temperatures below 20 degrees, but your 20 degree bag is going to be a nice versatile bag that can get you through oftentimes mid, even potentially late October. The 0 degree bag is going to be great. You're hardly ever going to be cold in a 0 degree bag on pretty much any Western hunt through November. You can also layer inside of the 0 degree bag if temperatures actually do get down into the negatives, just like with the 20 degree bag. So if you start putting layered clothes on inside the bag, you can really bring that bag down and take you well below 0 degrees. One other thing to consider with our 20 versus our 0 degree bag is just weight. If you are truly trying to cut every last ounce and you're willing to layer inside of your bag, the 20 degree bag is going to offer some versatility for you in terms of being able to use it through most of the fall, layering inside your bag. If you are concerned about being cold, if temperatures drop, the 0 degree bag is going to be a great option, but there's about a pound difference because of the amount of downfill in each of these bags. So you're about like 20 ounces and 31 ounces in the regular of our 20 and 0 respectively. So quite a bit more down in the 0 degree bag, which you obviously have to pack around. Keep that in mind as you think about which bag is right for you, in addition to the time of year you're gonna hunt, whether or not you run hot or cold, and then how much weight is a factor for you in these two bags. So that is our 20 versus our 0 degree bag. So just to recap, pick a bag that is right for you based on your metabolism, whether you run hot or cold, the time of year that you hunt the most, the place you hunt, whether you hunt mostly in the Intermountain West, high elevation, low elevation, as well as your preference for wanting to or being able to layer inside of the bag to really give you a little bit more versatility as temperatures drop throughout the fall. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, or you can find a lot of information on the product pages for our sleeping bags at argalioutdoors.com.